This is episode 10 of this, and this is also another fun one. This one we're going into your chakra centers or your energy centers. So we're looking at this part of your chart with the shapes. So you'll have 9 shapes on your charts, and these are your energy centers. And each of them represent a different area of your life, like your emotions, your thoughts, your identity, communication, etc. I'm going to tell you what each shape means, but before we get into that, just know that some will have color and some won't. The ones that have color, they are the defined centers. This just means that you have consistent energy flowing from these areas. These are like your strong points. And then the white areas are your undefined areas. You don't have your own energy flowing from these areas, but instead you absorb them from others. So in other words, they're more influenced by your environment and the people around you. On the screen is a chart with what the areas are, and they're labeled so that you can see and differentiate between these areas to know which areas for you are defined and which ones are undefined. But let's go through each of them and what they actually mean, so that if you have something defined or undefined, you know what that means for you. So we have our head or crown, and this is for inspiration and also pressure to figure things out. And then you have our mind or ajna, which is for ideas, logics, and opinions. And then we have our throat, which is for communication and expression. And yes, my throat is very defined, which is why I talk so much. Then we have our G center, which is for identity and for direction. Then our ego/heart, which is for willpower and self-worth. Then we have our sacral, which is your life force and your work energy. Then we have our root, which is for motivation and stress. This one I find very interesting because if your root is undefined, then that means that any pressures of life will stress you out. But if it is defined, then it will seem as a motivator for you to do things instead of like stressing you out, which is so cool to me. Okay, in the next episode, I will go through what the life purpose is, which is the final one, and also what the prompt is that you need in ChatGPT to get a little bit more personalized results explanation type situation. So I'll see you in the next one.